We're picking out players who are in the crosshairs for all 32 teams heading into the 2012 season. Now, these are players who are going to be heavily scrutinized heading into the year. The New York Giants, as we start the NFC East, made their first round pick a running back. That's why Ahmad Bradshaw is in the crosshairs.
Yeah, I mean, a former 7th round pick, a guy who's outperformed his draft position, has been a big part of 2 Super Bowl winning teams. And yet Bradshaw has continued foot problems. You know, he hasn't always been a consistent runner week in and week out. I think that's why they made the Wilson pick, and that puts him in the crosshairs because I don't know if his days of starting are very long. I really think there's a good chance Wilson actually could be out there from day one if Bradshaw's not healthy.
And the Dallas Cowboys, on the other hand, traded up and got somebody on defense, and you're putting Morris Claiborne in the crosshairs right away.
I think it helps that they went out and got Brandon Carr, a $10 million man at cornerback, but the whole Mike Jenkins thing, he wants to be traded. Claiborne is probably going to be a day one starter. He could impact special teams as well. The bounty that they traded up to get him, giving up a 2nd round pick, the expectations, playing for Rob Ryan, playing in Dallas, all these things added up. That's where Dion used to play, you know, so I think that's why Claiborne comes with a lot of pressure as a rookie, more so than your typical defensive back.
Your first 2 players in the crosshairs were pretty much styled around the NFL draft this year. I'm not sure if the Eagles drafting Nick Foles is what puts Michael Vick in the crosshairs, but you've got him there anyway.
Yeah, not exactly anyway. More to the fact that even though Vick's deal runs through 2016, the Eagles can actually get out next season without too much financial repercussion. Everybody kind of sees this as the key season for Vick and the Eagles. If they do not perform up to expectations, don't even get started about last year, then Vick and other Eagles could be on the way out. So I think with a loaded defense, at least in terms of talent, a lot of playmakers on offense, it comes down to Vick not making those silly plays where he tried to do too much. That's going to be the focus on Vick being actually less of a playmaker and more of a caretaker.
We look in Washington, just think about the unbelievable amount that the Redskins gave up to get Robert Griffin III. How could you pick anybody other than him to be in the crosshairs?
Yeah, forget caretaker with him. They brought him in to add excitement to an offense that was just drab and boring last year. No big play potential at all at receiver. Fred Davis did the heavy lifting, but now they've got a vertical thrower and a great scrambler in Robert Griffin III. I mean, the fans started chanting his name at a hockey game, a playoff hockey game the other day. The pressure is starting to mount. It's unbelievable what he could do to this city. But that's if he can handle the media, the constant scrutiny of the fans, all this stuff, his teammates. And look, he's already been anointed as a leader. That's an enormous amount of pressure on any player to come in his first year and perform.
He's really handled the media well so far. He's already been called the starter, all of this, and he hasn't even set foot on an NFL field. So we're going to have to see when it comes to RG3. You can see players who are in the crosshairs for all 32 NFL teams. Just check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.